Let's get started. Demo first of hosting on Google Firebase Blazor application. Right. So this is a one application Blazor Bazam, which is I host on Google Firebase, which is completely free. And if I see everything is looking great, right? Whatever we have just a simple app I just hosted on Google Firebase, right? And it is working fine. And if I want to show you, so see, this is our hosting console, Google Console Firebase, right? Which is free. I think 15 GB is completely free. And here they will provide the default domain as well, right? Whatever application app you want to deploy, they will provide your default domain. And this is not only, you can just change it also, whatever your custom domain. So that also ability over here, you can change it, that add domain like that. So let's get start implementation. So how we can easily deploy our hosting in our Blazor application in our Google Firebase. So before proceeding, I'm especially recommend, if you first time visit my channel, go to my .NET real world example. And here recently I just uploaded this guy, right? Angular app hosting in our Google Firebase, right? And apart from this also, if you want to more like, okay, how we can deploy all other application as well. So there is a one playlist options which you can just refer over here, like Google Firebase playlist. So there is a many actually app or application actually which I hosted in our Google Firebase, which is from the scratch. So you can just consider both of them, right? So that's all. Now moving to start to deployment. So what I need to do first let me create the new application, Blazor application. So go to an Visual Studio, or you can just open an VS Code as well, that as per your preference. So create a new project. So I'll just create a new project, and I'll just choose this guy, Blazor WebAssembly standalone application. So it is just a standalone application of Blazor. So let me create that and make it, that name is Blazor app hosting on Google Firebase, right? And then make it folder change. So I'll just move it to on my folder, and next, and just default, whatever default settings, I'll just create it as same, right? If you don't know what is the Blazor WebAssembly and how we can create it and all, so go to my channel. There's a many session actually I just created for Blazor application, so you can just take it as a reference over there. So now once it's got created, it will restore the package and all. So now it's simple package, simple actually project over here, right? And package also restored it. So these are the common files of that Blazor. And once I, before deploy, actually we want to make sure, okay, once I created this application, how does it look like actually. So that let me make sure. Now it's running, right, successfully running with this listening port. And these are the default template, which has the home, counter as a one click option, and also the then mm, static data of the weather forecast, right? So this is fine, right? So we have make sure, okay, this is working fine. So now close it. And now what I need to do, I have to first this publish, actually this project, whatever application we have to publish. So there is a many way, by using the command line also you can publish, but I'll show you that the simple way. Right click on that project, click on the publish, and here you can just use it, the folder. Next, and they're asking to path where you want to publish. So I just set it a one folder over here, that all that hosting things, so that I will uh, publish over there. Like, see, this is actually my hosting folder name, so I will host over there, set it then, and then make it the name, whatever your app name, right? So my app name is Blazor uh, Bazam hosting on Google Firebase, right? So let me create this name as a folder name and then finish. So my publish profile has been created. Once you create it, so then you have to just click that publish. So let me click that publish. It will got started to create up all that binaries and all. Now successfully publish, right? If you see this message, so this build success, publish success, everything succeed, right? So go to that folder where is actually our publish folder. So let me quickly go to directly over here in the hosting. I just created this guy, Blazor Basam, this guy, right? So it is just creating, www root, and in this www root we have all that necessaries files, startup files, and everything. Actually just create a package, right? So now we will start that things, right, to publish. So what you need to do, you have to just create, you have to go to login in your console Firebase, right? So this is that file, uh, this is that URL, console.firebase.google. So let me just go to that site, and whatever your login, so just log in with that, right? So I'm just login with this user, and once you log in, you are able to see this kind of interface, right? So it is asking to actually just add a new project, but here I will not create a new project over here, because I will do in the command line itself, because last time I did from here, which I just host on our Google, our Angular application. But yeah, this time I will I will not do this that approach, right? So what I need to do, nothing, I have to just log in, right? That's it. And now go to your publish folder. Now this is my publish folder. Here just open as a command prompt, so I just make it as a command prompt, and you can simply use any terminal and go to this path. That also is fine, but yeah, this is a direct a shortcut way, right? You can just go to that part, right? So just make sure you are on the correct folder, right? So yeah, this is the correct folder, which I have all that information, all that files. Now the first things you have to do, you have to just check your you know that Firebase tool is installed or not, right? So how we can check it? Firebase. Now see, this tools actually required, so Firebase version, so it will give us this is that version you have installed. So if it is not installed, make sure you have to just install. So what is that command to install? I already all our previous session, but yeah, you can just do it again to make sure. So this is that command, npm install global Firebase tools, right? So this is that command. So before that, do that, actually you have also installed that node.js, right? So without node.js you can't install by this, right? This is one way. If you install node.js, so you can just install this guy via the command prompt. But yeah, there's another SDK or exe provided by this Google Firebase tools, so you can just simply download and install, right? So that I will not doing that, but yeah, you have to do that guy, right? So let me skip that one. And then next command, you have to just log in actually. So you have to just connectivity this Firebase and console, Firebase console, whatever Firebase console you logged in, right? So that actually authenticate first. So using this command, and if it is logged in, so it will saying okay, it's already logged. But if it is not, so definitely it will redirect to your that page, and you have to just put your credentials. Once you complete your credentials successful in your browser, so it will got connected, right? So once you connected, then what you need to do, you just simply in this root you have to fire this command Firebase init, right? And that hit enter. Now it will prompt few questions, right? So like first question is, are you ready to proceed? Yes, I'm ready to proceed. So once you hit enter, now another questions over here, like what kind of things you want to do, because the Firebase console have many things over here, right? So in this here I'm just trying to this guy, right? So see, hosting configuration file on the Firebase, right? And also optionally set up that GitHub Actions deploy. So what I will do, if you want to select it, this guy, so simply arrow down over here, up down, right? And then which point you want to select, just it press space bar, right? So once you space bar, you will just see over here that green tick, right? Green is static, that means it is selected, and that hit enter. And then it is asking me, okay, If you want to existing project, so use this guy. If you want to create a new one, so you can use that. And also add Firebase to existing Google Cloud. Okay, so there's a cloud options, and don't set up default project and also these are other options. But yeah, last time I used that use existing one, right? So this time I will use this guy, create a new project. So simply hit enter, and here they asking me, okay, just give me some unique name, right? So let me quickly add that Blazor, you know, Blazor Wasm hosting free, right? So let me create whatever name you want. So what would you like to call your project? Default project ID, yeah, just whatever ID you want you can put it, but yeah, I'll just put it at default. Hit enter. Now it's got created, right? So this is that project name. This is a project ID actually they created, and also the project name. So it is similar, both are same, right? So this project actually we have to just publish, right? So automatically they actually just set up that uh, to that project. Okay, we want to deploy on this project, so they actually set up this guy. And then they asking another question like, what do you want to use your public directory? So I'll just use it. If you want to use the public directory, so you can use it, or if you want to other one, but yeah, I will choose the default public directory. So let me hit enter. So it is just set as a public directory. And also configuration single page, yes, I want to the configuration single page, yes. And then if you want to automatic deploy by GitHub, so this time no, but yeah, in upcoming session we'll try this guy also. So as of now, no. And once you're done, now see, the initialization part has been done. Okay, so how we can check it, right? So go to again that folder, right, where you are published in www root. So you are able to see few things actually they added. So for example, see this this four actually file and folder actually they added. So this public folder actually they created some configuration, Firebase JSON configuration. They using that Firebase, this Firebase file over here, and also they git ignore files they actually edit, right? So these few things actually they got added, right? So what I need to do, we have to do something over here. So let me select all first. Okay, so you have to just select all, and just whatever newly created a file, right, whatever just newly created that Firebase file, just unselect that. So these three files, just four files I just unselected, and move it to all these things to in our public folder. So let me move it to this guy. If they asking, okay, you want to replace, yes, I want to replace, because already public folder actually they created this index file. So that index file we have to just replace in our index file. So this is that actually this we want to do in this our published folder. That should be over here, like whatever newly public folder has been created, all that package we have to go put inside this public folder, and rest of that configuration outside of this public folder, right? So this is done, right? So now what I need to do next, like how next actually before deploy, we have to check, okay, whatever actually we have just trying to publish, how is it look like in our local. So there is another mechanism actually over here, we can check how is actually look like, right? So what I can do, simply I will just use Firebase and serve. So this is a local command. Actually this is a command which will serve in locally, and before deployment we can make sure, okay, how is look like. So let me see how is look like in our application. So now see, they actually generated that new listening point localhost 500. And once I use this guy, okay, let me copy this guy and open any browser. So let me open browser and hit enter. So now see, our application look like this, right? So this is fine, that means our application is working fine, configuration and everything is looks good, right? So once you confirm, okay, it is looks good, now see, whatever hitting, you also getting that request and response as well over here, right? So control C, and then the last command actually we have to deploy it. So let me put that command over here. So this is that final command, Firebase deployed. So once I hit enter, it will start to deploy. now got deployed, right? So there's just some steps actually they trying to do, like beginning, starting, deploy, then found whatever files in public folder, then file upload complete, finalize version finalize. Actually they doing itself. So I'm not going to details over there, but yeah, once you deploy, you are able to see they actually generated that hosting URL, right? So this is our hosting URL which is they provide. But yeah, that also I can just custom our own URL, that is fine. But yeah, let me copy this guy, right, this URL, and go to again that browser, and just try to run this application. First time it will take, because Blazor, all that Blazor assembly they will load. So yeah, that is fine. Now see, it is completely running in our Google Fire hosting with this default domain, right? And then if I just refresh, so it is working expected, all that functionality is working fine, there is a no issue, right? So now what I need to do next, suppose I already set up everything, right? So now I want to change something, right? So that also you have to know, right? So how we can just this is the first time I just deploy, but how every time I have to do that, right? Whatever changes we have to done, right? So that I need to do that or not, so that you have to know, right? So in this case what I will do, I will take another example. So first I'll show you. So let me open that Google Firebase console over here, right? So this is Google Firebase console, and here whatever new project you got created, right? So let me look that, and here whatever that project got created, right? So looking that project, Blazor Basm hosting free, right? This is my project name. So if you scroll down, you were able to see this is our project, right? So let me open this click on that project, right? And you are able to see these some options inside that right hand side, right? Left hand side. So go to that build section, go to that hosting. So whatever hosting, right? So in this hosting, see, you are able to see this is that custom domain, right? And this is that whatever release actually we just publish, right? So like that actually you are able to see. But now what I will do, I will publish another things, another deployment with some changes, right? So that also will reflect over here. So what I need to do, go to that applications, right? This is my application. I want to just change a few things over here, right, in our pages. So here what I will do, simply I just change, okay, uh Blazor Basm app hosting on Google Firebase free, right? And also just make it to some style over here. So I'll just make it to this guy, right? And save it. So these changes should reflect after deployment, right? So that I want to show you. So what I need to do, simply again, whatever changes you have done, right click on that, publish that, right? And again, now see, if you want to publish, this will publish again in a www root folder, right? So there is a two way. Either you can just change that to in our public folder, because now we want, see, now we want to inside this public folder all this binaries, right? So you can just change it to that, right? So what I will do, go to that here and edit, and I'll just change it. So click on that preview, and here as of now, see, this is our hosting folder, right? So what I need to do, go to inside that, and where is actually inside this www root, and then public folder, right? So you have to choose that correct path. So this is my correct path, right? Because everything inside this public. So choose that public and open, and then simply save it and publish. So once you publish, right, so it's got publish succeed, right? And go to that folder. So this is my folder, right, inside the www root public, and here you just see this www root again just got created because it is a default. And what you need to do, simply just copy all that, right? And not copy, just cut it over here. and go back to public folder and just simply paste it and replace it. Once you replace, and just remove the www root folder. So idea is, once you deployed your package, the inside the www root folder, just you know replace in this main public folder, right? Because that is that exact binary, right? This is the updated binary. So now again, what you need to do, simply nothing you have to do, just simply make sure the changes, whatever changes we have, that is uh, working fine or not in locally. So again, Firebase use serve. So open this URL, right? And then once you refresh, so now see, I got the changes, right? And also if I show you, if I just refresh, so it has got changes, right? And once I click refresh, right, so it is got changes, right? So that is fine. That means this is our expected updated binary. So close that and control C, and here finally that command I will just put it over here, Firebase, and deploy, right? And then hit enter. So same whatever actually config previously, we nothing have to do that. They will deploy same application. Now it's got created, right? So now what I need to do, let me check it. So yeah, this is that guy. So let me refresh. Once I refresh, it should reflect. Now see, whatever new changes I am got reflected over here, right? So now this is the beauty, right? This is the way we can just simply to deploy in our Blazor application in our Firebase console hosting, right? Which is completely free. And one more thing I would like to share with you, like see, once you go to that uh, console hosting, so once you refresh, whatever time you just try to deploy it, you are able to see those are releases as well inside this hosting section. So go to that hosting section and refresh. Now see, this two time I just deployed, previously was this one, newly was this one, whatever current one, this is one. And also there's option you want to roll back, delete as well, like whatever previous version, right? And this is a custom things, and also you can just add custom domain as well. So that I already covered, you can just check it my old session. So that's all for this session. And upcoming session we'll do many things for this Firebase console. So thank you, have a nice day, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share